Hello friends, I'm joined with a very special guest today. We'll see how long he lasts for. So the Animal Crossing DLC has been out for a while now, and I have been binging the crap out of it. Like, I have been playing it non-stop. But it's like, stay dude, stay. We lost him. Not even like 2 minutes in. I went to my island last night on stream and everyone was making jokes that I was on my island because that's how much I've been playing the DLC. So we did get to rank all of the update features. So I thought it'd be fun to go into the DLC and rank some of the DLC features. And there he is again. Hello, friend. Oh, this is his own personal little glass of water. So here is our little ranking list. So what the tiers are is we've got S, this is the best thing to ever happen to us all. A, this thing is pretty poggers. B, I wish I used it more, so I'm unsure. C, I don't have an opinion. And D, mega unnecessary, mega rude. I only wanted to keep it to like features and stuff, so this is not really going to include like individual facilities, that sort of stuff. We'll include facilities as a whole. It's also not really going to include like the pay increases and that sort of stuff. This is mainly just like unlockable stuff that can help for your building and some other features that you get along with the DLC. So to start us off, the trinity of it all, polishing. Absolutely the best thing to ever happen to us all. I will admit, sometimes the polishing doesn't work with a build, or too much polishing is just too much, but I love the animation. I think it's a really cool little feature, but I do agree where like people may not like it. Next up, we have learning DIYs on the island, and this includes having the DIY storage upstairs. I think this is, I would say I wish I used it more, unsure. I haven't really used any of the DIYs recently, especially the stuff in the game, like in the DLC. I'm picking up my daily DIY and talking to the chef of my restaurant to get that DIY as well, but I don't really use, like I don't even really use that much DIY furniture in my builds. Like personally for me, I will stick to all of the stuff that they ask to have in their build, and then I'll branch out. I'll like have some stuff, but I use that as a rough guide. I don't really go crazy in my own sort of stuff, so we'll see. Next up, we do have facilities. This encompasses everything and all the 5 facilities that you can build. I'm gonna say, this thing is pretty poggers. I think especially the school in particular is a really cool feature, and the fact that you can learn other stuff after you build, like you get to talk to Leaf, you get to talk to Nat and stuff. I think that they're really cool little features to add on into like just having a school. I'm sorry, it's very, very cool and fancy, and I love decorating them, and I can't wait to go and redecorate them, all sort of stuff. So I think they're cool facilities. They're cool. They're cool. Next up, we have the amiibo scanner and bringing in amiibo characters. I'm gonna put this in I don't have an opinion, and only because I never collected amiibo cards, and I would love to actually fully collect all of the amiibo cards now that I play. As a kid, it was never a mega game that I played, nor did I ever collect amiibo cards when I was younger, and so now I just feel that I'm at a point where like it'd be hard to collect them all. So I wish that I had some that I could use, but I don't, so I don't have an opinion. Do really think it is a cool feature. Next up, there wasn't a picture for it, but I want to talk about room sketch. So this is a feature that you get just after you finish 30 houses. I think you get it on the 33rd house. We delved a little bit into it on my video on how to unlock everything, which I'll link down below. But it's essentially this really cool feature where you can just build a house and just build. You don't have to build for anyone, that sort of thing. So, and you can also tell villagers like you have a pre-made done house for them to move into. So it's really cool. I think it's like a really cool spark in creativity, and it's just like literally now the possibilities are limitless. So I'm gonna put this thing in the best thing to ever happen to us all. Next up, we've got double story builds. I'm gonna put this in I don't have an opinion. I do not like the double story builds. I think it's not super unnecessary. I will try and challenge myself to use them, but in that being said, like I like how the partition walls look, I like how the countertops look and stuff, and I think that they work out better than having a second floor. And also when you show, and this is also like exterior, when you show the villager whose vacation house you're making the like end product, if you're on the bottom floor and you show them that, they only get to see the bottom floor. Obviously they'll see the top floor and stuff, and like you've done it, so you feel accomplished, but you don't get to see an end product, which I thought was really sad. But yeah, I wish that I did use it more, I guess, but I don't really have a fancy to it. I will challenge myself to do a double story build, but I don't really like them. Next up, we have the Happy Home Network, and I'm gonna put this into this thing's pretty poggers. I guess like I wish I used it more, but I think it's really cool that you get to share all of your builds, like a gallery sort of thing. Next up, we have the lighting in the rooms. So when you unlock a certain amount of houses, you can change the lighting and stuff into the rooms. I'm gonna put it in I wish I used it more, unsure. I have used it a little bit, but I normally just like use the lighting in the base game. Next up, we have, this is a combination of 3 because the picture explains them all, but we have partition walls, countertops, and pillars. I think we can all agree this is the best thing to ever happen to us all. I think they really help like split up a room and make it look cool, and you can have like still an open studio look like a vacation home with just the countertops and everything. Next up, we have changing the room size. I think that this thing is the best thing to ever happen to us all. I'm having a lot of fun challenging myself with my builds too. I always do. I think it's 8x6. So I'm really like having fun challenging myself to doing like a 10x10 or a 6x6 or an 8x8 or, you know, other way around, or making it smaller. And it's just a really cool feature. And if you need that little bit of extra space, you can get that bit of extra space. So I like it. Very good Animal Crossing. Next up, we've got roommates, which I'm going to say I wish I used it more, so I'm unsure. I've only ever done one roommate. I like have a couple of villagers that maybe I'd like to do roommates for. If I ever get Chrissy and Francine, I'd love to make them like a little cute little twin roommate area. But other than that, I don't really use it. Next up, we have Soundscapes. I'm going to put this in, yeah, I don't have an opinion. I don't hate them, but I just forget to use them, and I don't really know which ones I like so far. So don't really have an opinion on it just yet. I don't think it's the worst thing to happen, but yeah, I'm not super fond of it, I'd say. Next up, we have the ability to decorate your homes at your own island. I'm gonna put this in this thing as pretty poggers. I'm sure a lot of us can all agree that we really wish we could change what our villagers' houses look like. And guess what? Now you can. I'm really excited to look into it and decorate some houses. I think it's gonna be lots of fun. And lastly, we have the ability to choose what island that you put those vacation homes on, and I'm gonna say this thing is pretty poggers. Obviously we use it all the time, and I think it's really cool. I wish that there was maybe more options. I couldn't find a proper photo for it, but I will say like decorating exterior stuff, I would probably put in this thing as pretty poggers as well, because I think it's really cool that you get to decorate the front of their house as well. And that's like our tier list. That's what we did. I always have this D category, but I never put anything in it because I don't think anything from the DLC or the game itself is that bad that it was like mega unnecessary. But I'll leave a link for this tier list down below. I'd love to see what you guys come up with, and feel free to tag me on Twitter or pop it into the Discord. I'd love to see it. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye everybody.